This conference will now be recorded.
What is the difference between the map and the flat map? What is the difference between the map and flat map?
Map is one-to-one, whereas flat map is one-to-many.
Okay, but that definition will not be no, sufficient. We need to give a clear. First, we need to give the clear information. Then we need to say yes. It will take one element and returns one output, and whereas a flat map, it will take one element and it will it will return some multiple elements. Okay, good. Okay, so map actually returns a new distributed set of data uh, which processed by each element, right? And a flat map. Okay, let me go with a flat map. Let me show you an example of the flat map. So map. Okay, when I want to take an element and apply some operation on the element by element, like like 10. If I want to do like this, I will. And there is a one more way of using the map. Okay, um, that is something like. Let me show you. We see here we are passing a function, right? This is what is this? Anonymous function. What is this? Inside the map, whatever you are seeing, it is an anonymous function, right? Yes or no, guys? It is a anonymous function. That function you can write separately into another function and you can pass that function as an argument. Okay, then that I'll show you later, but I don't want to make you confused by showing right away. Let me do the flat map. Flat map also a map. Okay, it also take element by element and process, but the difference is where map will read one element and returns the one output element. But when it comes to the flat map, what it does, it takes one element but returns multiple elements, returns iterable of elements. It returns iterable of elements. That's the difference. Okay. So for example, I'm reading a file here. I'm reading a file. So as I shown yesterday, text file will return content of the file. Yes or no? Content of the file. Once I get the content, it will read line by line. Yes or no? It will read line by line only. Correct? It will read line by line. Now I want to split into words. Look at here, guys. This is also frequently asking interview question. What is the difference between the map and flat map? Let me read a specific file. Suppose if you want to search an existing command you might have executed yesterday or sometime. If you want to uh, search for that command, you can use Control R and you can search for it. Let's say text.rdd, which I have created yesterday. Okay, this is my text.rdd. Just use the left arrow, you'll get it. Now, if you see text.rdd dot globe dot collect, it returns you. Look at here. Partition 1 has this much of data. Partition 2 will have some other data. But when you look at the data, internally it is array. Array is nothing but collection of elements, right? So in this array, you have a line, right? It started here, it looks ended here. So comma separation. The next line started here, ended here. The next line started here, ended here. The next line started here, ended here. And this is empty line. So if you see here, it is a line by line. It is a line by line. So here I want to return a words. I want to read a line. I want to read a line and I want to return a words. Look at here. Val words equal to val words equal to text rdd dot flat map, because I need a group of words. Okay, I'll show you how it will work. Can take a line. Can take a line. Line dot split. Line dot split by space. If you go and see words dot gloom dot collect, if you see it's array of array, and see array of Amazon one element, EC2 one element, array of it's the outer array, internally it's a partition. Okay, outer array which represent your RDD, internal array which represent partitions. So that's what, right? RDD is nothing but look at here, RDD is nothing but collection of elements. Collection of elements are nothing but your array of elements, right? This is RDD. And when I apply the flat map transformation, when I, when I apply the flat map transformation, it read the line, split it, and created the words. So let me show the same operation with the map. What will happen? We'll see. I'll name it as a map words. Okay, you go ahead and you see the difference. You see the difference. Here, this is your plain RDD. Okay, let me copy this to try to look at the difference between before applying the map, before applying the flat map. This is RDD. I don't apply any operation. Array, inner array. Inner array is nothing but representing partitions. You guys very well know it, right? Outer array is a RDD. Inner array, partition 1, partition 2. How many arrays are there internally? Those many partitions. When I apply the flat map, if you look at the output of the flat map, outer array, which is RDD, inner array, which is the partition. For the same operation, when you apply with the map, if you see here, it is outer array. It is a partition. Inside the partition, another array. This array represent every line one array. Look at here, guys. This is one line I told you, right? Before here, till from here to till here is one line. Let me make it this way. Okay. From here to here one line. From here to another line. From here another line. It is another line. It's another line. It's another line. And this is another line. Right? This is what I told right earlier in RDD. So when you split this, when you split normally, when you split this line, I hope how many of you are aware the split method. What the split method will do? The split method will return, let me write this here. The split method will return, what it will return, guys? Can anyone tell me? Array of strings. The split method returns array of strings. Let me show you that. What is the return type of the split method? Array of strings. Array, RDD, inside partition, inside array for this line. Array for this line because we have split it, right? But as I told you, flat map will split it. After that, it will do the flatten. After that, it will do the flatten. Flattening is nothing but when you have a small groups, it will break and it will keep it a single group. That is what happened here. That's outer array, that's the inner array, and in this inner array, you don't have any subarrays. You don't have any subarrays. What it does? Split it. Normally, it will create like this. It's outer array, it's inner array. This is the array for the first line. This is the array for the second line. Array for the third line. Array for the fourth line, fifth line, and sixth line. So for every line, normally it will return array. But flat map, what it does, these small internal arrays has been flattened. That is the reason your flat map is a map, but it will take the group of elements and it does the flattening. The meaning of it is your flat map is similar to a map, but each input item can be mapped to zero or multiple output items. Actually, your flat map is date, so multiple items has been written. When you written the multiple items like this, one line, line 2, line 3, line 4, it has been applied the flattening. Do you guys understand the difference between the map and flat map? Do you guys understand the difference between the map and flat map? Yes? No?
Understood. We understood. I understood.
Okay. Let me show you one more example. Here. Let's take I have a val data. Sorry there. I have a list of elements. Okay. Now I have a list. Let's see if I do an operation like, okay, let me use the console first, then I'll explain there. I'll copy paste here for future reference. This is list. Okay. This is not RDD. This is a Scala, what I can say, list. Okay. Data dot map element, and I want to return list of elements, but it should be a tuple. Okay, so it should be a tuple. Okay, like first element element into 10. So can anyone tell me what is the output of this? Can anyone, any guesses what will be the output of this?
Yeah, it will be 1, 10, 2, 20.
No. List of.
Multiple.
You should not miss that. It is a list of. List will be there, no?
Right.
Not outer list. Outer list anyway it will be there. Not the outer list, in the inner list. Okay? Same functionality apply with the flat map to show that how it will flatten. Okay, nothing else, guys. Same functionality. I'm not going to change anything. But can anyone guess what is the output of it?
It will be 1, 10, then comma 2, 20, 3, 30.
Very good. Very good. Now you guys understand the difference? flattening? You guys understand the difference? How it will flatten?
Yes, sir.
If any questions, please ask me, guys. Okay. So people generally ask this question in interviews. Most important, because in earlier days I have faced the same question. You may also face the same question. I'll upload these programs into so I think the data we have declared twice. So already we have a data. So this I'll call as a data one. I'll call this as a data one. I'll call it as a data one. In console it will overwrite, but it's a IntelliJ program, right? It will not overwrite. Okay. Is this clear? Or you want me to show one more example? Okay, now so far we have seen single elements. So far we have seen for single elements, like list of elements. How it will deal with the map? Let's say key value pairs, not this map. I'm talking about a collection map. This is a transformation map. I'm talking about collection map. It will also deal same based on the whatever the operation you perform. Based on whatever the operation you perform, instead of returning uh, element by element, it will collect the group of elements and it will flatten. Okay. So if you guys don't have any question, I'll jump into next functionality. One second, please. Hello. నేను చెప్తాను అక్కడ క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా నేను ఫోన్ చేస్తాను. Okay, you guys can try some more experiments. Okay, take some list of elements and try do some flat map operations. Okay. The next operation is filter. Can anyone tell me what is a filter? I think we have seen in Scala. What is a filter? Filter. Rishabh, whoever attended our Scala sessions. What is a filter? Okay. Filter is when you have a group of elements and when you want to filter it out based on some condition. Filter out means select what I can say, whatever the condition you pass. If the condition success, then only return the value. Okay, so such kind of conditions we want to apply on the group of elements. We'll go with the filter. Okay, let's take an example. Do you guys remember yesterday we did like get the only what is it called, even numbers. How many of you remember that? Let's try that. Okay, for that, okay, let me create this data. We need to print only even numbers. This is my RDD. This is my RDD. RDD dot filter. RDD dot filter. Take element. Take element. It checks that element. It checks that element falls under this condition or not. Falls under this condition or not. Press enter. Since it is RDD, we will not see the output directly. We have to do collect. What it does, whatever the function you have passed to your filter, it apply that function on element by element. Filter also will apply by element. Filter also will apply by element. Is this clear? Filtering it out. All these functions, map, flat map, filter, all these things, they all called higher order functions. Higher order functions. Right? Same functions are there in Scala also. Same functions are there in Scala also. What do we call them? Higher order functions. Higher order functions. These functions will be applied on the group of elements. RDD also group of elements. Collection of data. Am I audible to everyone? So if I'm not getting the response, I'll get it out. Guys, if any disturbance from my side, like if I'm not able to, I'm not audible, or if question is not clear, or any disturbance, please let me know. Is this clear about the filter?
Ravi, can we filter some characters in string?
Yeah, you can filter. You have tried that condition, nothing else.
Yeah, for suppose I have input like Spark and I want output like only AR. So how do I filter S, P, and K all at a time?
See, you have to, okay, so your requirement is you have a string called Spark and you
Yes.
want to return only R and K,
Yeah.
right? So first what we need to do, we need to, what I can say, we need to convert your string into arrays, correct? Then you need to check whether your, there you can write a condition, whether the R, you are looking for R and K, whether R exists or not in the first element. If it is not exist, leave it. Second element, third element, fourth element. Yes, fourth element it matches written. R K. So you have tried to like kind of R condition. To try this one, okay, try this one. Take a string, split it. It will return. It will give you it will give array. Then apply the filter operation. There you'll put the multiple condition. Okay. You try it. If you are not able to complete, I can help you with that.
Yeah, I tried this, Ravi.
So what you have tried?
Like I assigned it to one variable. First, like value x equals to string Spark. Then,
Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. Val data equal to list. have a spark. You should have R and K. I'm not using spark, I'm using normal element. Split. Okay.
I pinged you in chat. This is the requirement. Yesterday I attended one interview. They asked me this question.
Hmm. Okay, see, that's what I'm trying to ask you. How they want it such and respond, or you can do the substring and remove it. You can see, you know that what position it is. You know what position it is. You just take those positions and remove, ignore the. You can do the substring. No, it's a based on. You can do the substring. No, 0, 1, 2. You take the substring position. You can return it. No, you really no need to do all this stuff. What I'm trying to I understand. You have a collection of data, and you need to emit only the matching characters. That's what I assume. This one you can simply do with a substring.
Okay.
Try with the substring, you'll get it.
Okay.
So I thought a different way. Okay. Okay. Any doubt about filter? Any doubt about filter? Let's say you have some characters and you can say contains, you can say start with, right? These are all strings. You can apply, these are all elements. How I apply the split? Similarly, you can apply the start with, contains, or any of the string functionality you can apply on it. Okay. Let's take an example. Let's take an example. I have a group of fruits, a collection of fruits. Yeah, sorry, someone asked me some question.
Yeah, this is Mahendra Ravi. What is that?
Yeah,
Is that char? CHAR? Is that function?
I didn't get it. No. CHAR is my variable name. This is the function I
Okay,
applied. This is my data. It
okay,
can
that's
be char,
okay.
it can be yes, it can be whatever it
Okay,
is.
okay. Yeah, got it.
I just taken. Then you split it like this and traverse through each element and check matches, whether it's matching with the K, R, and K. Whichever is match, I mean, it's not only R and K, if it's A, R, or whatever it is. But her requirement is different. So with the substring, we can achieve that. Okay, let's take an example. I have a fruits. Let me say I should have this. Yeah, I should have these fruits. Okay, these are the fruits I have. Okay, now I want to emit only the fruits which start with apple. Start with apple. Okay, let's see. Again, it is not hard. It's plain group of elements or list of elements. Fruits dot filter, take element dot start with you have a functions, all string functions only, nothing else. Whatever the functions are there in string, like a substring also you can do. Okay, start with, let's say, I'm taking small letters because here is a small letter, apple. Okay, now press enter. It return apple 2 times because in your collection you have apple 2 times. Start with apple. Okay, you can apply like this. Okay, are you guys able to follow? I have taken the start with. You can take with this contains. You can do with some other substring. You can do something. So you can, whatever the what I meant to say, whatever the functionality you need to apply, you just need to specify that functionality here inside the filter. That's called anonymous function. Whatever you're passing to your functions, right? We'll call them as anonymous functions. Anonymous functions. Can anyone tell me what is the anonymous function? We discussed about it. Prapurna, what is the anonymous function?
Without having return type?
Without having name,
No.
and it uses rocket symbol.
Yes. Any function does not have a name. Any function does not have a name. Anonymous function. No matter whether it's returning or not. If any function does not have any name, we'll call as a anonymous function. Okay. We discussed that in while doing what do you call the Scala functions. We discussed about it. Okay. Okay. Any questions so far?
Ravi, can we insert any character in between string?
Can we insert any character in between string? Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that. It's very simple, ma. You try all those things as an experiment. Take a name. Okay. Sorry. GOU. Okay. Take like this. Then check that what are the functions are supported by name. Okay. So is there any predefined functions? Look at, is there any predefined functions for inserting? Right? You don't have any insert function. So then what you have to do, you just convert it as array, and whichever the position you want to insert, place a assign that element into that position and convert back to the string. Convert back to the string. Okay.
Okay.
And suppose if you want to reverse, by default your string gives you reverse function, but in Java you don't have that reverse. In Java you have a string builder, string buffer. Those has, even Scala, those has a reverse function if you want to reverse it. Okay. Try more. So suppose if you have some collection of group of characters you want to convert into string, so mk string. Okay. These are the methods which we are discussing about. Flat map, flatten also same. Flatten actually flattens the group of elements. Fold left we already discussed, but anyway we will discuss in here also. Map. These are all the functions from Scala collection, but we are using the same functions in Same function in Spark also, because Spark RDD or data frame, whatever it is, they are also a group of elements. Is this clear? Yes, no?
Sure.
Okay. So filter example. Let me copy this here because I'll be uploading this program so you guys can use it from this. Why? Data is already there now. Yeah, same data only I'm making use. Let me clear these things first. Oh, here is our data. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next program. Like this, you have so many transformations. I'm getting some error here. Let me show this. Okay, I think RTD1 I have defined somewhere here. Define RTD2. This RTD2. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is about filter and flat map. If any questions, please ask me before we jump into next higher order function. How to? Okay, let me show you now how to do sort to by. I want to be discussing about collections. I had a talk about if I want a distinct collection, I brought one collection. Which collection will maintain the uniqueness? Which collection will maintain the uniqueness?
Set.
Set. So, okay, this is one of the interview question. Okay, so people ask you, I have a list of elements. I want to remove the duplicates. I have a list of elements, like a list of numbers. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, like that. I have a duplicate elements. I want to remove duplicate elements. Can anyone give me how I can achieve that?
Set off that input list.
I didn't get you.
We can write like set off that input list of value.
Okay, what we can do,
Distinct.
yeah, if it is a collection, we can use a distinct in RDD. I think even it is there in color group. Let me show you that. Distinct, yeah, we have a distinct here also. If you don't want to use that, whatever the list you have, you pass the list to the set. How to pass list to the set? While creating the set, you just specify the list name as an argument. What will happen? It will read it. It will remove the duplicates. Simple answer. Okay. You can pass your list to the set or any of the sets, hash set, a tree set, or what any of the set. What it does, it removes the duplicates. It's the most commonly asking interview question. Okay. And okay, let me show you one more example on the filter before we jump into the distinct and sort, because it's also uh, belong to what you can say filter only. Not here. Let me show from this. The above concept. Yeah. Here is our collection API. The Spark context. Go to RDD again. Go back to RDD. Go back to RDD. When you come to RDD, you can see here member. Okay, when you open the class, right, like this, okay, it will show constructors. Okay, it will show member functions. What are the methods will be there? Okay, so here you have an abstract function and a normal functions. Okay, if you look at here, these are all the functions supported by your RDD: plus, aggregate, barrier, cache, Cartesian, checkpoint, coalesce. We'll talk about this Cartesian, checkpoint, cache. We'll talk about these things. Coalesce, collect. Anyway, we are already doing it. Count. We'll discuss about it. Count by value also we'll discuss about it. Okay. Most of them we will discuss, guys. Okay. Distinct. Okay. Distinct, which returns you unique elements, a distinct element. If you see, there are few methods with the same name. What is the meaning of it? If a method is there with the same name, what it is called?
Overloading.
What it is? Method overloading. Method overloading. So here it's a, you are not passing any arguments here, but you are passing on arguments here. You are passing a partition. Okay, you are passing a partitions here. Okay. Filter, if you see here, oh, in this version it is not there. I have only one filter. Okay, there is something called filter by range. That is the reason I think here it is not there. In the recent versions it is not there. Okay, there is something called filter by range. What is this filter by range will do? Let me show you an example. I will write a new code. filter demo. Main. This filter by range, I'm going to show you here filter by range. Filter already we did in that case. Other example, filter by range. What is this filter by range? It does whatever the RDD on whatever the RDD you are applying the filter by range operation, it returns another RDD, okay, which contains only the items in that specified key range. Whatever the key range you will specify, the range, right? So whatever the range you specify, only that key range elements only it will be there. Let's look at a simple example. Okay, why it is not there in this API? Maybe the recent versions it may be deprecated, but let me show you an example. Okay, I have one data set with a fruit. Let me show that. Control R, fruit. Not this one. Not this one. Fruit and its length, I think. I have one collection of. I have already did some example. Fruits and its length. That's the advantage with Control R. These are all the functions which I have applied. Yeah, this one I was looking for it. These are all the examples we did in the last batch. Still we have this as a history. As a history, it saved all the elements. I can take this. Okay. Let me break it. I'll break it here. Okay. So I have like this a list. I have a list like this. Let me create an RDD and show you how the specific range of elements it will be there. Okay. Let me show you. And let's create an RDD. Can anyone tell me how can I create RDD from the list? Okay. SC will not be recognized. What I have missing here? Spark. So Spark session. So filter dot master local star dot get out. Okay, I have created my Spark. SC equal to Spark context. Okay, dot SC I'll make this here. SC dot parallelize as fruits pair. I pass fruits pair. Okay, now mm, I want some range, right? Here what is the key? Key is the number, right? Here the key is the number and the value is your fruit name, right? Let's do one thing. Let me apply a transformation which is called filter by range. I don't know whether it supports here or not. I'll just try it. Val range fruit equal to rdd dot filter. It looks it is not there. Filter range. Filter by range. Filter by range. Very good. So what is the range you are looking for? 1 to 5 I'm looking for. Okay. 1 to 5. 1 comma 5. 1 comma 5. Range fruit dot for each. Okay. I just want to print. Just want to print. Let's run this program. 1 banana should come. Orange should come. Goa should come. The spelling is wrong for Goa. Let's see. If you go and see here, why? Okay, 1 to 5 only we given, right? There is no 6. Orange will not come. Only this range of this. You guys understand how this range works? Based on the key, it brings the range. Based on the range, it brings the values. Any questions?
So this it will work with only key value pairs, not the plain list.
Now, how it will be? It is based on pair, right? You are doing by range, so you need to give the range, right? To give the range, you should have the number, no? You should have a number, right? Or else we'll try one. So we have a number already, right? Let's say we have a number already. Where is that? Still is already available. Data we took RDD is there, right? Let me do this. RDD dot collect. First, I want to see what is there on this. We have a RDD to 1 to 35. RDD dot filter by it's not supporting. Filter by range. I say 1 comma 10 dot collect. Filter by range is it's not considering here. Maybe it's a version. Here also it is correct. Can anyone guess why filter by range is not available here? Any guesses? Any guesses? I just realized why it is not shown here. Any guesses? Okay, let me show you guys. Sorry, this one is open like this. Now look at here. Fold, filter. Here already functions. This is pair RDD. Let's see here. It's a pair RDD. Okay, I'm just checking in the pair RDD functions. Flatmap. It looks as a duplicator, guys. Okay, I thought it will be there in the pair RDDs. So it will be there in the duplicator. Filter. Filter by. It looks it is deprecated, guys. That's the reason here it is not coming, but it is coming here. Okay, we can do the same here now. Let's do that. Take array. Oh, yeah, I'll wind up with this. I know that's getting late for you guys. Let me do this one. Val data equal to this. Val RDD to num RDD. I'll take RDD equal to this dot values data num RDD dot filter by range. Filter by range. It's not working here. No, it looks the filter by range will be available with only pair RDD. It's not available with the plain normal RDD, single element RDD. You can look at here. This is the data. This is the RDD I have created. I'm trying to do the filter or by range. Filter by range I'm trying. It's not okay. So to use the filter RDD, you should have a pair RDD. Okay, so that's it for now. So let's discuss a few more transformations in the next session. Any questions? Mahidhar, Prapurna, Venkat, Suma. Any questions?
No, Ravi.
No, Ravi.
Thank you guys. Thanks for your time. So I will upload these programs in GitHub either today or tomorrow. Actually, I was quite busy, guys, these days. I'm also going to bed too late with my work. I will complete all the pending things. Look at uploading these things into, and even all these programs and all. I'll try to put into the Git where you guys can download and see. I recommend not to copy. Just go through the video again and practice your own. That will give more, more information than copy paste and write. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Any questions? I'll stay back. If no questions, we can leave for the day.